Senator, the next question we have is from Emmanuel Yousif. He's a journalist with ZilgoMedia, Assyrian Media. Emmanuel asks, will we require vaccine passports to attend church or weddings? And another question, I'll just put him on.
Well, Emmanuel, I think that's a good question. Are you there, Emmanuel?
I've tried to unmute him. Yep.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Yeah. You going well?
Well, it is a very challenging situation, and just to these very crucial questions. And if we are required to have a certificate to attend or vaccination certificate to attend churches or weddings or other events and other venues, that will be in the near future. And also there is two different, the other question, if I may ask, is there's two different, looks like two different rules for workers who are from the different sides of the Sydney or the LGA areas that are under restriction at the moment. So does that mean the other people who are from the different LGAs can enter Fairfield, and how come the people who are from Fairfield are unable to go to different areas of Sydney? Thank you.
Well, I think on those questions, the first question is about vaccine passports. As I said in my opening remarks, the way out of this pandemic for Sydney and for Australia is through vaccination. And so we need people to be vaccinated. As you know, the national government and state government are working with multicultural organisations, including churches and temples, to try and ensure that we get vaccination rates up. Now, to your question, that is a matter for the religious institution. If that religious institution wants to impose a requirement that people be vaccinated before they attend a religious meeting, that's up to them. Personally, I think that it's entirely reasonable that businesses and institutions are able to set those sort of rules in place, because we have to get above 80% vaccination if we're going to return to normal. So for, the French President, Emmanuel Macron, your namesake, in fact, made some remarks about this recently, where he said that this will become, effectively a plague of the unvaccinated, because we cannot run Australia on the basis that people are not going to have vaccines. We have to eventually open up so people can resume their lives. And part of that will involve, I'm sure, private businesses requiring there be vaccinations. And it will also require, I'm sure it will also result in private businesses demanding that their workforces are vaccinated. SPC, which is a fruit preserving company in Northern Victoria, and Shepparton, which is the small town that I actually come from. I used to work there on the tomato line. Used to make aseptic tomato paste, in fact, and some tinned fruit. That was one of the first companies to impose mandatory vaccinations, and so will Qantas. And I think it's entirely reasonable that in the cases of companies and institutions like the religious institutions, that they talk to their parishioners, they talk to their staff, and they gauge their interests. I personally think that they should be inclined to do it. On the second question, the rules are based on LGAs, and they've been updated today by the state government. And I think those are designed to restrict movement no matter where you come from, but they're particularly focused on the areas where there is still high level of transmission and a high level of non-compliance. This is the only way we can get out of this. So we're going to pursue vaccination. Vaccination is going to get us out of this mess, and private businesses will be entitled to put in place restrictions. So it's not a mandatory vaccination, but if you don't get the vaccine, you won't be able to go anywhere.